Hey guys. So I am here to talk to you about social media and social media strategy. I'm going to try to do a new thing tonight with my slides. So please forgive me. That's my husband coughing in the background. It's okay. So many of you have asked, how do I engage on social media? What do I do? What do I post? You say, I posted something and nobody commented. What do I do now? I'm here to help you with that. So, number one, I want you to think of social media as an education strategy. Okay. All of your friends know you as whatever you do now. So, if you are, Danielle on our team, she's the hairstylist and she's the pastor's wife. Not everyone knew her as the plexus lady in the beginning, right? So, we actually have to build that reputation with our audience. As your friends are watching you, as your family's watching you, you're going to have an immediate influx of people that are just in your circle of influence, in your sphere of influence. That's going to be your immediate family, your best friends, your aunt, your mom, all of those people. Those are the ones that are going to join you right away. Now, as you begin to post on social media, you'll notice that you may get a lot of likes or comments when you first post. You may not. It may be crickets. Here's the thing I want you to keep in mind. Posting is the important thing. It's not about the response, because what you're doing is you are planting seeds and you are creating credibility. You are building trust with your audience. So I want you to think of this as a 90-day dating period. Okay. You wouldn't show up for the first date and ask somebody to marry you and say, here's how many kids I want to have and here's what I want to do. You wouldn't do that, right? So I want you to think of your audience in that way. They're used to seeing you as Susie, the apple orchard lady, okay? Not Susie, the gut health lady. So you're going to have to educate them on this new lifestyle that you're using, this new business that you're building. And we don't want to spew plexus on them, okay? So when you get ready to post, I want you to count the fact that you've posted as a win. A general rule of thumb is you want to post every single day on your social media and 2 times a week in your Facebook feed, 2 times a week on Plexus. Now, when I say post on Plexus, that means post a picture of you holding your pink drink. This is just water, but take a picture of you holding your pink drink and saying, I'm loving this energy that I have today to work in the yard. And that's all you have to say. You don't have to say the word Plexus. They're going to start asking you. They're going to watch you, because then the next couple of days, you're going to post something else and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe how well I'm sleeping with these new supplements I'm on. Again, you're creating interest. You're creating curiosity for your audience. So they say, hey, girl, what are you doing? What are you taking? Tell me what's up. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I've lost 4 inches this week or whatever. So you are going to begin to just create a curiosity. Now, if you think of it from a marketing perspective, advertisements, when we see advertisements, we have to see them an average of 12 to 18 times, 12 to 18 impressions. So billboard, magazine, commercial, 12 to 18 impressions before we make a decision to buy. So imagine if you're posting 2 times a week on your Facebook and somebody might not see all of those posts. So over the course of a month, you've posted 8 times. And then in your stories, you can do as much as you want. In your stories, you can post every single day about Plexus. You can show yourself mixing your pink drink, all of that stuff in your stories. On your feed, we want to do about twice a week on Facebook. Okay. Now, as you're doing that, you're going to be creating interest, 12 to 18 impressions, right? So it may take several months for someone that's watching you to begin to really see all of those posts and say, gee, I wonder what she's doing. Or they're going to watch and see if this is something that you're just trying for a minute, or are you really sticking to this? Are you really building a business? Are you really helping people get healthy? Are you really coaching them on their products? They're going to want to know all that. So they're going to sit and watch you. So even today, I've been in Plexus for many years. And when I post about Plexus, I get 0 likes, just crickets. Okay. Most of the time I get crickets. If I do have likes and comments, it's from my fellow Plexus peeps, hitting me up and helping me out there. But I will get private messages. I do get those. So I will get about 1 or 2 private messages each time that I'm posting things about Plexus on a consistent basis. So I want you to think about that as you're getting ready to post on social media. That is not your main way of getting people to come on board, or of recruiting, of helping people get onto the health products. That is not your main avenue. That is a way that you're going to educate your audience and build trust. Your main avenue is going to be through one-on-one conversations, telephones, face-to-face, Zoom parties, Facebook parties, chat parties, those are going to be your main way of actually recruiting people and getting people in to try the products, because you're going to have to build relationship. You're going to build communication with them and engagement. And so that's where social media comes in. It helps you to start those conversations and to build that relationship so that when you are ready to approach Plexus as a topic, they're more receptive to hear it. If you are just spamming people, that you haven't talked to since high school and like, hey girl, I've got this stuff, like, they're probably not going to buy. They're probably not going to be interested in what you have because they just know you're after a sale. But if you take time, nurture the relationship, build the relationship, become genuinely interested in them and their needs and their health goals and their family and their financial goals, then you can approach Plexus when the time is correct. So I want to give you some tips for social media specifically, okay? So let's see if this works. There it is. Yay. Okay. So the very first thing I want you to do is make a list of names. Okay. You're going to hear make a list of 100. I say make a list of 300. Here's why. There is a psychological process that happens when you are making a list. So if you write down a list, do not, I repeat, do not pre-qualify the people you are putting on that list. It is so important. I'm going to come back big. Do not pre-qualify, okay? Because as you are writing down the names on the list, write down everybody you know, literally everybody you know, your child's kindergarten teacher, your child's second grade teacher, your child's parents' sister's name that you know. Write down everybody you know, okay? Think of church, think of school, think of your high school, think of your kids, think of sports, services where you go to the hair salon, get your nails done, tanning, whatever you do. Think of everybody you know and write down those names. Now, if you're not pre-qualifying and you're writing down all the names, you should have no problem coming up with 100 to 300 names. What that's going to do in your brain is it's going to empty out space. As you write down that name, it's going to allow space in your brain for another name to pop up. And that might be one you really want to talk to. So you always want to not pre-qualify, just write down every single name. Then after you've written down every single name, let's see if I can get this to work. Then you're going to go through and label your names. Now, when I say label your names, I want you to think about things that Plexus helps with. So number one, if you're doing this for a business, you want to find a running buddy. Who on that list would be amazing at this business? Who would you love to work with? Who do you think you could lock arms with and the two of you could just storm the world and for Plexus? Who is that person or people? Okay, so I want you to put a star beside those names. Then go back down through your list and say, okay, who on this list do I know that has diabetes? Mark it down. Who on this list do I know that's a single mom that could use extra money? Mark it down. So you're going to put in the categories. Go through everything that Plexus helps with. Migraines, plantar fasciitis, Crohn's disease, Lyme's disease, hormones. The list goes on and on. IBS issues. The list literally goes on and on. Go and look and see on that list, who do you know that suffers from these issues? Or maybe they know someone that does. Maybe it's a parent or a spouse. So you want to mark down all of those names. Then I want you to number them in order of importance to the order that you want to reach out to them. So you're going to do your closest circle first and then expand out from there. Okay. The next thing is you are going to start building a social network funnel. Okay. Now what this means, it sounds like a lot of work on the front end and it kind of is the first day, but after that, you're going to get into a rhythm. And if you're organized and do this on Sunday nights, you are going to be fine with your list for the next week and you will know exactly what you need to do every single day. Spend 30 minutes, engage, and you're going to be great. So what you're going to do is you're going to take names 1 through 10 on week 1 and you're just going to engage. When I say engage, that means you're going to go to their feed, you're going to like their post, you're going to comment, you're going to private message them and say, oh my gosh, where'd you get that dress? How is that spaghetti? The garlic bread looked amazing. Whatever you can do to engage with them and just begin conversation, get to know them again, build that rapport. If it's somebody you haven't talked to in a minute, you want to just engage with them. The next week, you're going to take numbers 1 through 10 and you're going to invite them to an event. Now, every Saturday, we're going to have our stories of hope, identity, and freedom from 9 to 9:30 on Saturday mornings. That's a great place to invite them. You might also invite them if you're in the local area or if your local area has a live sip and see once a month, invite them to that. You want to invite them to something, so that's just a message. It's like, hey, Sarah, I saw that you are, concentrating on eating healthy and I love that. I don't know if you've heard of Plexus, but I've been doing the products for a while. I really love them. I would love to invite you to XYZ event and just get your opinion on the products and see what you think. And then invite them. Don't wait on them to say, okay, invite me or don't invite me. They may not respond. They may, but just go ahead and invite them. Go ahead and add them to the event, send them the information. Okay. Then you're going to, that same week 2, you're going to take numbers 11 through 20 and you're going to begin to engage with them and build rapport. Is this making sense so far? I hope so. Week 3, numbers 1 through 10 are going to go into the follow-up because hopefully they've attended an event that next week, right? Or something that's happened. So you're going to attend the event. Then anyone that didn't close that night, that didn't go ahead and join us, you want to follow up with them. Hey, Susie, what did you think of the event? What was your biggest takeaway? What struck you most interesting about gut health that you didn't know before? You're going to ask an open-ended question. Again, open-ended questions are going to create conversation. Never ask a question that's going to end in a yes or no. Always ask an open-ended question. Okay. Numbers 11 through 20, you're going to invite them to an event, and then you're going to start to engage with 21 through 30. Is this making sense? Week 4, you're going to take that very first group of people that you've already engaged with, invited to an event, and followed up. And anyone that didn't close, you just want to put them on a follow-up list for next month and invite them to another type of event the next month. Simple as that. You're constantly bringing in people and moving people out. As you are doing that on a consistent basis, and you're posting 5 days a week about your life, 2 of those days plexus related, and then putting plexus in all of your stories, that is going to build your social media. It's going to build your audience, and it's going to build trust with your audience. One more important key. You don't want to forget this, guys. There is an algorithm with Facebook that you want to be aware of, okay? It is also with Instagram as well. Now, this is 2022 when we're recording this, so don't know when you're seeing it, but right now, the algorithms do this. So if you get on Facebook and you're doing your engagement, you're messaging people, commenting, all of that, Facebook considers that you an active person on Facebook. You want to do that for at least 10 to 15 minutes before you make a post or before you post a story. Now, the reason why is because Facebook is looking for people that are going to engage with each other. They're creating community and conversations. That's what they're interested in. So if you're doing those things and then you post something, what's going to happen is all the people you've been engaging with that week or the last couple of weeks, your post is going to show up in their feed. How great is that? So you're not even having to sell at that point. You're just showing up in their feed. Again, building trust, building rapport. Okay. Then you make your post or post your story. After that, you want to stay on another 10 minutes and engage. You want to engage with people liking your comments. You want to go and keep engaging on other people's pages, because if you post and you disappear off of social media, Facebook considers you as a ghost, that you're ghosting. So you're just going to post and disappear, and they're not going to show your content to anybody. Now on Instagram, same thing. You want to engage with people, comment with people, then make your post or post your story, and then stay on and comment a little bit more. Okay. So you may take 30 minutes a day and do this on both platforms. You may take an hour a day and do it on both platforms. Guys, it is worth it. If you do this consistently every single day, you will build your business. It will happen. Trust me. It takes a minute, but again, we're going to think in 90-day plans. We're not going to think of one post and, oh, that didn't work, right? We're building trust and rapport with our audience and building that credibility as a person that is concerned about health now, gut health, home-based business, whatever it is. Okay. So I hope this has been helpful for you. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I hope that you start your social media immediately. Do not wait, guys. As soon as you've ordered, as soon as you check out this video, go ahead and do it. You will not regret it. As you get people to help you or to come on board and you're helping them and you're coaching them, you're going to see their lives change. It's going to inspire you. It inspires me every single time I get a testimony. And I love getting paid to help people. It's just the best job in the world. So I hope that you are blessed and highly favored as always. And we'll talk to you soon.